Hey, hey, hey. It is day 3 on this Women's History Month journey, and I am coming to you with another guest. And I hear some feedback though. What's going on? I'm gonna mute you for a second, Ava. All right, that sounds a little bit better. So, my sidekick, do you want to say something today?
Hi.
That's all you got? Yeah. Okay, I thought you were gonna say, hey, people.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna switch to these AirPods. She didn't really want to give y'all any love, but that's okay. Can you hear me okay? Okay. All right. Oh no! What happened? There we go. All right. I removed you for a second. I'm like, oh no, what happened? So today, during this Women's History Month, I have with me a friend from college that I met during my time at Creighton University, which if I don't know if you've seen, Creighton is actually in the news for the head coach. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you
No.
haven't seen it yet, make sure you check it out. I'll send you the article when we're done. But yeah, so we attended Creighton University together and became friends. Okay, are you in this or not? I don't know what's happening today. And so, Ava also has some hidden talents that she doesn't always like to share with the world. But Ava is a designer, interior designer who does some amazing work and has done some great things. And so I am very excited and happy to have her with us today, Miss Ava. And I almost called you Morris.
Girl.
Ava Kirkwood.
It's been a minute since it was Morris.
You know that's how you're still on my phone, though.
Yeah, your last name is still in my phone too. When I put you on the flyer for my for my event, I almost put your original name, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's not it."
Yeah, some people still are like Smith, and I still have Smith on the I still have Smith on our mailbox because I still get a lot of mail that is to Smith as well. So
almost put it there. It was done. I looked and I was like, "Oh my God, that's not her last name. Let me change it." It happens. It happens.
It does. It totally happens. So, Ava, thank you for joining me today. Okay, really? Thank you for joining me today. Apparently, you are joining Simone and I today.
That's my girl. So, hey, if she want to join, come out, Simone.
So, why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself, whatever you'd like to share?
Oh gosh. Latrice and I have been friends for years. She is right. I do interior. I have a bachelor's of arts degree in interior design. I also have a bachelor's of science degree in occupational therapy, which I did for 20 plus years. I'm married to a physical therapist, so there's a lot of therapy going on in our house. But for like 7 years on the side, I did design. Um, Mostly freelance for different friends, different clients. I do residential, I do commercial, I do nonprofit, churches, and organizations. I specialize in renovation, so taking things that already exist and creating some new spaces on a very limited budget. That's my specialty because most of the people that I work with do not like to spend a lot of money, but they absolutely want to redesign their spaces. And so that's where I'm at today.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I love it. So, as you know, this is meant to be kind of a quick interview, just highlighting women in my life for Women's History Month. And so I have 4 questions. And so, first up, and again, for those of you that are watching, the questions do not change from day to day. I'm just asking the same 4 questions, but we are hearing from different people, different women, and we are getting their take on these questions. So, Ava, my first question to you is, what is an obstacle that you have been able to turn into an opportunity?
So I'm living in it now. I agree.
Yes, the house.
Yeah. I'm living in it now. I'm living in my home that I got to design from the ground up. But this was an obstacle. We purchased this home on the internet. Um, yeah, right. So we purchased it on like a contract basis, the bank from the bank, and they were selling it for little or nothing. Like we got this house for little nothing. They auctioned it off. We bought it sight unseen. For those of you who know that means, um,
Oh, not sight unseen.
yeah, sight unseen. Like I peeked in the window, we kind of looked around. Um, we got a chance to come in and see it briefly, but only for like 30 minutes. Because the real estate person was in the area. And so I couldn't look at the whole detail. I just kind of went through it and I was like, great, it's a good space. Let's go with it. We secured a design for it, and we also did what we call a rehab loan.
Mhm.
So rehab loans, you get a loan, they give you a specific amount, they estimate what you need, and then they give you the money to rehab it. You find a person who is willing to do the work. That contractor has to put up 10%, and then you go. We live in the city of Gary. It is extremely difficult to
Mm.
get permits and things like that. So, like a 1 year dream turned into like a 3.5 year dream.
Wow.
And so
Wow.
we had many, many obstacles to get into this house. We had to live with a family member for 3 years. We had to um,
Wow, was it that long? I didn't realize it was for 3 years.
it was
Okay.
almost 4 years of us
Wow.
trying to get this house, and we could have given up. We could have sold it. Many people asked us for it, but if you live in the city of Gary in Indiana, you know that Miller is prime real estate, and we're only like 4 blocks from the lake.
That's
And
awesome.
so you don't really want to give up that kind of property because
Nope.
eventually it's going to be really, really expensive in the area when it turns. It's a pretty stable environment. And so, 4 years uh, and 2 loans. This is the second loan on this home. The last one we had to go into litigation because they did not give us enough money and they were kind of blocking our building. And so we came out of that and found somebody, found another loan company and got it done in like 6 months. So what should have been done in 6 months took us like almost 4 years.
Wow.
However, I am living in my home, which I got to design from the ground up. All of the fixtures, all of the details, which is a designer's dream. Like, if you love interior design, you know that to build from the ground up and just do everything the way you want it to is a blessing. And so that obstacle turned into an opportunity because now I live on the block. My house is the only renovated house on the block, and many of the neighbors are now my clients. So when they
Yes.
want to,
Yes. There we go.
when
They're
they
like,
want,
what did you
yeah,
do inside
what
that
did you
house?
do
Can
in
you
your
do
house?
that in my house?
I didn't know we could
Yes.
knock that wall down. You can. I didn't know we could put a
Yes.
shower in here. So, some of my neighbors who come into the house are amazed. Like, you could do all of that here? You can. You can do
I
that.
love it. That is a
But
perfect story of from obstacle to opportunity. I absolutely love it. And for you to be able to put your touch on it is
mhm,
great.
yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, question number 2. How are you intentional about being resilient?
So I love that you do a thing on resilience. That's my thing. I normally only give my myself one day. I get one day to cry, one day to whine,
Mm.
one day to feel in the dumps, and then I have to get up and do something. I have a really small circle of friends that hold me accountable to this rule. And so once that 24-hour period is over, I'm phoning a friend and saying,
Hmm.
"Hey, I feel like this. I feel like that." It's really important to connect with people who hold you accountable for the goals you set in your life. And resilience is nothing short of that. If you want to get up and keep moving, you have to have a team with people to keep you accountable for the things you say you're going to do. You are one of those people that keep me accountable for the things
I
I
be
say I'm
trying. Like,
going
come on, design world.
yeah,
Come on.
going to do. Like, you can't stay down in the dumps. You can, because people do it all the time, but if you want to be resilient, you have to be intentional. You can be depressed, but you can't stay there, because life is too short and you don't want to miss out, just kind of wallowing. So I only get one day
That's
to
pretty
do it,
cool.
and then I'm done. We're going on to the next one.
Well, that's pretty cool. My pastor actually, I remember him giving a sermon one time, and he talked about. I don't even think he said one day. I think he gives himself like 5 hours. I was like, okay, like he's like, look, he's like, I can be sad about it. I can cry about it. I can be angry, whatever it is. He's like, and then I gotta go on to the next thing. So
Go on.
that's very important. Again, going back to this is Women's History Month. So I'd like to know who is a woman that you admire and why.
Well, if we're talking about resilience, it's going to be my mom. And I know everybody says their mom, and because we love our mothers, they're the first example we have for women who do it. My mom
Yeah.
she's had a tough couple of years. For the last 2 years, she's either been in the hospital or she's been sick. And so I think last year, about a year ago, she stayed in the hospital for one whole year. She missed all the holidays, she missed
Wow.
all of the birthdays, she missed all the opportunities. And when she got out, she was so encouraging to other people who
Mm,
were sick long term. She made it her business to go back and visit her friends that were in the same hospitals, and same, because she had to go through the whole system: hospitals,
okay.
therapy, rehab. And so she spent her off time while she was still in rehab and going to therapy to go and visit friends that were still in the process of trying to get home, so she could encourage some people and say, if I could be in here for a whole year and miss out on a whole year of doing things and be out, you can too. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. Oh, I couldn't imagine a
Yeah.
whole year in the hospital. So yes, that is a woman that we are going to admire. That is resilience, all of the above.
Yeah.
All right, last question. And this is because I am curating a playlist that I can't wait to share with everybody. This is going to be so exciting. What is your woman empowerment song?
Listen, I'm old. I look young, like I'm new school, but I am old school. And so I was like, what gets me going and motivated and have me dancing around my house? And so mine is "I'm Every Woman" by Shaka.
Yes.
Yeah. She'll get you
Yes.
moving and grooving. And each time I hear it, I just dance around the house like, yes, I got it. I
Yes, I'm
got
writing it
it.
down. I'm writing it down. We curate this playlist. Yes,
Yes. That's gonna be
that's
awesome.
gonna. It is. It's gonna be so awesome. I cannot wait. We are gonna have 31 songs. This I'm gonna put it on Spotify. Send you all a
Nice.
link so that everybody can say, "Yeah, here we go." So that is
Yes.
awesome. Well,
Yes.
Ava, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you taking the time today and talking to us a little bit about resilience, how you have been resilient, your mom has been resilient, and just sharing with us your favorite song. Ava actually invited me next week. We are having a conversation, so I'll make sure I put that out. But we are having a conversation next Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central
Mhm.
Standard Time. And what's my title? We're
Your
talking
title
about
is
trauma, right?
"Wellness and Resilience." So, how you
Yes.
recover from trauma and live.
How do you recover from trauma and live? So we will be in conversation. We'd love for you to join us. You can definitely check my postings for that information. And Ava, thank you. Have a
Awesome.
wonderful
Thank
day.
you. All right.
See y'all.
Bye.